Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Wait What We Talk About podcast, episode 188, the variety show where we talk a lot of different things, video games, wrestling, movies, pop culture, whatever it is, and occasionally we have a fun interview. My name is Bret, aka Enigma911, and today I'm joined once again on the podcast by Brendon. Brendon, how's it going, man?
Really good. I'm glad
Good.
to be here.
Yeah, appreciate you being on, especially it's been a little while, but you used to be on quite a bit, so yeah, I appreciate you hopping on each and every time to do these. Means a lot.
Yes.
Guys, if you want to catch this podcast live, you can go over to twitch.tv/Enigma911. You could drop a follow over there. You'll get notified when we go live. You can join the chat, join in on the discussion and the conversation. But if you can't catch it live, that's A-OK. It drops the very next week over on YouTube and podcast services, where it's broken out topic by topic and put as one big video and MP3 for your amusement on the following Friday. Last but not least, any way you can support the show, like, subscriptions, reviews, shares, whatever it is. It may seem small, but if you take the time to do that, it does help the channel grow immensely. So we would appreciate you for it. So yes, Brendon's back on, and as of recording, it's spooky October, Friday the 13th. The timing is impeccable because we're going to be talking about some horror movies and some Halloween fun. So yeah, our opening topic, I just kind of wanted to pick Brendon's brain a little bit about horror films because you're quite the connoisseur of them. It seems like you've watched quite a bit. Do you have a guesstimate of how many horror films or scary movies you've watched over your lifetime?
Uh, Probably in like the high hundreds.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
Like probably I have no idea. Like I try to watch one every day, maybe two.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Tubi
Mm.
is a free service,
Mm.
and they have some great horror movies on there.
Huh, nice.
And like at work, I'll just prop it up on my station.
Yeah.
I'll put something on that I watched already,
Mm-hmm.
and then I just watch it as I box orders.
Hey, there you go. Smart.
Yeah.
Nice. So how'd you first get into horror films?
Okay, so back in the late 90s,
Mm-hmm.
I started reading the Goosebumps
Mm-hmm.
books, and then I would watch the show,
Mm.
which is amazing, and I just started watching the new one today.
Oh, okay. On
I
Disney,
Yeah,
right?
Disney and Hulu. I
Mm.
don't know why Disney only had two
Mm-hmm.
episodes, like it was three and four, and then like
Oh,
Hulu has all five.
interesting.
Um, yeah, it was a 5 episode premiere.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I would read Goosebumps whenever the whatever that book fair came to
Oh, yeah,
school.
Scholastic. Yep. Good times.
Always try to find one. My two favorites are The Haunted Mask
Mm-hmm.
and then Welcome to Horrorland.
Okay.
And I'm starting to rebuild my collection
Mm.
of the books, the original books.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because the new ones I don't like the art style for
Okay.
some reason. The nostalgic feeling, I guess.
Sure.
And then VHS tapes of the original series.
Mm.
I have two of them. One is The Haunted Mask, and the other one is, I think, Night at Terror Tower.
Okay.
Yeah, A Night in Terror Tower.
Ah,
That's a good one.
gotcha.
And then Scooby Doo, the original
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
60s, 70s.
Mm-hmm.
They had some like great iconic uh villains that I just love, like the look of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course like the Cyber Chase one, the movie,
Oh, yeah, that was a great one.
Alien Invasion,
Yep.
Zombie Island. And it's like got me into like goth girls or like the Hex girls.
Oh, yeah, Hex Girls. Yep. They put a spell on you.
And then like of course the I think James Gunn, he did the live action ones.
Yes, yes, he did. Yep.
Yeah, those are really good. I heard that the third one, I don't know if I'm correct about this, but they were gonna make it as the humans were bad
Oh,
and they're blaming or framing the monsters, and they're actually good, so it'll be like a twist.
interesting.
Yeah, but that never saw
Right.
light.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So those kind of open the door to you for like the spooky stuff and the mystery of who done it. What was, I guess, that first maybe next step, but beyond those that got you farther into that horror genre?
So it was Scary Movie,
Mm-hmm.
which is like the parody of like um the Blair Witch Project,
Mm-hmm.
Scream. I I believe I know what you did last summer.
Mm-hmm.
I think I forgot who was in that one. Oh, I think it's like Sarah Jessica, the girl played Daphne.
Yeah. Yeah. Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then
yeah,
Freddie
yeah,
Prinze is in that as well. I think.
yeah.
Yep. Okay.
That's a good one. Um, and then that I forgot when I watched that. I was probably like 7 years old, and then like after watching that,
Mm-hmm.
I uh I think I watched it at my mom's house, and then I wanted like more. So
Mm-hmm.
I guess my mom like rented Scream,
Oh, okay.
the original Scream, and then like I just fell in love with that.
Huh.
Yeah, that was like probably 2001.
Sure. What interested you the most about them?
I don't know. It's just like the tone of it, and it's like I don't know. It's not like um all happy and stuff. Like it's just like really dark.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
All
And
right.
like I guess I was like really weird as a kid.
Weren't we all?
And then like yeah, my mom had a ghost face mask,
Oh, okay.
and then like that's what um really intrigued me about like that. And then I think I bought, not I didn't buy, but I had like the one that pumps blood into the mask.
Oh, yeah, that one was always a popular one.
Yeah, I had that one and maybe the skull one too. That was
Uh-huh.
pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. So as you kept watching them throughout the years, did you did you find that you preferred more of like the fantasy type elements with the characters and the bad guy, or when it was more reality based?
So I like both of them.
Uh-huh.
Um, just the reality based ones, like actually like the stuff that happens every day.
Sure.
Like Hush, that's like a home invasion one.
Mm-hmm.
The girl is deaf and she's getting stalked like in the middle of the woods, like in her house,
Oh.
by just like a masked guy, and he's just like being all weird.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the Strangers is the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the premise was that they were home, that's why they chose them.
Okay.
Um, and then Road Rage, great movie, Unhinged,
Mm.
with Russell Crowe.
Okay.
Like he, um, that's a really scary because I dealt with people like that.
Mm.
Not to that extreme,
Sure.
but like, he actually goes and like murders like this girl's family and stuff, and like just tortures them.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I think I watched that with my dad actually.
Mm-hmm. All right. So a
But
little
yeah,
bit of
like
both.
Russell Crowe's a big guy.
Yeah. All right.
I
So a
would
little.
not want him.
No. So a little bit of both that you kind of pull from and enjoy. Okay, that's good. Is there
Yeah,
any?
those were just what scared me the most, but
Sure.
like not like I will never watch them again. That I like the feeling of being like um scared.
Sure. Like that uneasy feeling.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and like paranormal stuff like that doesn't get me.
Okay.
Um, but I do love like The Exorcist,
Mm-hmm.
um, Evil Dead, all of those. And there's stuff I won't watch because it's just way too extreme for me.
Huh. Okay. Surprised.
Yeah.
So you kind of mentioned the paranormal stuff. You're like, not really your cup of tea. Is there any other aspects or subgenres that you don't just don't care for?
Oh no, I do love paranormal.
Oh,
It
my
just they
bad.
don't scare me. They
Gotcha.
don't scare me.
Okay.
Yeah, because like I don't know. They are like weird and like how they shoot them and like this the jump scares.
Sure.
I see a lot more scarier stuff on TikTok, and like the stuff I stand there is amazing.
Mm.
Like, um, I saw this one the other day where a guy's like watching a horror movie all alone, and
Mm.
then he looks to his like his right or left, and there's like nothing there,
Mm.
and then he looks back, and then he looks again, and you just see this um face like just smiling at him, and
Oh.
like it just sends shivers down your spine.
Mm.
But it's cool. I like that. That's
Okay.
the stuff that I love.
Mm.
But extreme horror like um Cannibal Holocaust, I won't do that.
Okay.
They in the movie they actually killed animals, and then like they had it's so controversial that they had to go to court
Ah.
because
Okay.
they thought that people were actually dying and getting killed in these movies.
Okay.
And I hung out with this one guy, and he was like really weird when he was like drunk,
Mm.
and he said that was his favorite movie, and like he said some stuff that I didn't sit right with me.
Sure.
So that's the last time I saw him.
Good. Smart.
Yeah, and then there's another one. I don't know how to pronounce this. A Siberian film.
Okay.
Some stuff in there I can't say.
Sure.
You just had to like read it yourself, but like it's just uneasy to watch.
Sure.
And then of course Faces of Death. It's a bunch of like I think it's shot in the 70s,
Mm.
and it's just like a bunch of like people like different ways to kill people and different ways to die.
Mm.
It was like this really twisted, and people thought it was real.
Mm.
But yeah, it's another one that I won't ever touch.
Sure. Okay. That makes sense. What do you think the like drawing factor for these movies is for people?
What do you mean by that?
So like what makes people want to watch these movies? Because like for me,
Oh,
not
okay.
my particular cup of tea. I'm like,
Oh yeah, like people love to be scared and stuff, and then
mm,
people have different preferences about being scared.
sure.
Like I don't like spiders,
Mm-hmm.
so I won't watch Arachnophobia,
Mm-hmm.
um, or like it freaks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like even that one scene in Harry Potter in
Yeah,
the
yep.
second, the Forbidden Forest,
Yeah,
like when they like do the close up on his face,
sure.
like something about like spider faces, I did not like. Um, and then uh, Deep Waters.
Hmm.
If you remember that one simulator,
Oh yeah, the
that
yeah, the shark cage one.
was
Yep.
the yeah, I did not do well with those.
No.
Um, but yeah, like people like to be scared, but like not. I don't like to be. Um, I don't like that stuff, like
Mhm.
sharks or deep waters or spiders.
Sure.
But I'll watch stuff um, like there's one called Skimmerink.
Okay.
It's like based in the '90s, and like these two kids, their their parents go missing, and like all the windows and doors are gone. And I was watching that like at night. I was with my friend watching that,
Mm-hmm.
and like that was pretty creepy. I loved it too,
Mm-hmm.
and like it was shot really good. Um, the I don't know what you want to call it. It just felt like I was in the '90s,
Mm-hmm.
and but yeah,
All right. So
those are
yeah.
pretty good.
So just that element of unease. Yeah, I can I can get that. I don't know. It's just like sometimes I feel like you've talked about a lot of different genres here. To me, it just makes me question like why do this to yourself? Like like
Yeah,
there's obviously movies is a whole element, and then there's the haunted houses and um I don't know. Like, I like all the work that goes into it. Like, it's very impressive how they're able to pull these things off. It's just like, oh boy. I don't get the draw of like,
Yeah.
I want to feel awful.
Like, I don't know if you knew, but like I saw a ghost in my old house in Mechanicville,
Mm-hmm.
the yellow one on Second Street.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a ghost there. I don't know if you've ever been there.
Maybe. I don't know.
It was a long ass time ago.
Sure.
But yeah.
All right. So, in horror movies in general, do you like when they're being produced, and from your experience watching them, does story matter in these, or is it more of a case of, I don't know, you're just there for the moments and not a through line of point A to point B compared to like other films?
It really depends, really.
Okay.
One movie I watched called Terrifier.
Mm-hmm.
It has like an okay story to it, but like the kills in there
Mm-hmm.
are like really cool and like unique. Like he has this girl upside down, and he takes a hacksaw and he cuts her in half. Like people go to those movies like for the bloodbath and stuff, and
Sure.
like in the second one is like it made that scene look like child's play.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it was like this like maybe 3 minutes of just pure torture and this poor girl.
Okay.
And like some like I was like, holy crap, like what
Mm-hmm.
am I watching? But yeah, like I went out of there, I was like, I'm gonna go see it again
Sure.
on October or November 1st
Hmm.
because they have a teaser trailer or a 2 minute trailer for the third one coming
Ooh,
next year.
okay. Mm-hmm.
And then I guess you get a poster too for the third one.
Mm.
Um, I and this he's becoming like a big like probably the next biggest icon, like
Sure.
up there with Jason and Michael Myers.
Mm-hmm.
Um, his name is Art the Clown. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if you want to search him or not.
I think I've seen an image of him. Yeah, he's got like a more
Yeah,
traditional clown suit,
yeah, the
right?
black and white.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I did have a dream about him
Mm?
where he was like following me. I was like maybe a few days after I saw that movie.
Sure.
But yeah, like story, it matters.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it can either make or break it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but sometimes I just go there and I just want to see like a bloodbath.
Sure.
Um, uh, I'm trying to think of one.
Yeah, well, you think of it. I mean, that's good. It seems like it kind of fits the rest of like movie media where like, yeah, sometimes you just want to turn your brain off and it's a dumb action flick or a comedy or whatever, but then there's other ones where there is this enticing story or plot that you're chasing after, and then there's the mystery element of what's going on and this thing, and that's good to hear because yeah, just I don't know,
Yeah,
sometimes from my outside looking in view it's just like is it just like just jump scare galore, is it just murder? Like I think we talked about it I don't know, maybe last time we hung out, but like Saw, like I haven't delved into those, but I happened to catch the first one and it like really intrigued me. I was like, oh, there's like this plot mystery element to it, at least with the first
yeah,
one, of like, how did he get in this room? How does he get out? What's going on? And like the cops are
yeah. Those,
chasing after the guy and stuff. But
yeah, those are amazing. Just started rewatching them too.
mm,
'Cause I want to go see the Saw X one, and those
sure.
are really well. I like how they're written,
Mm-hmm.
and I kind of agree with Jigsaw. How like people just do wrong and then they take their life for granted.
Sure.
Probably takes it to the extreme,
Right.
but I understand like and I you got to watch the movies,
Mm-hmm.
but if you don't like gore or
Right.
anything,
Yeah, that's the thing too. You like it's an interesting story, but then yeah, you got that the far stuff you got to deal with of
yeah, like I ever since like watching Walking Dead, I'm just like really used to like it right now.
Sure.
And I don't know what that word is, desensitized
Yeah.
to it.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
And like that, if people want to like do that and be desensitized, just watch Walking Dead because like there's so much gore in there and guts and. But I still won't eat. Why I watch some horror movies because
Oh,
it's
for
like way
sure.
too gross.
Mm-hmm.
Like in The Exorcist, like she pukes out like um, it was I think pea soup, and
Okay.
that just makes me want to. I hate peas in the first place. So
Sure.
and then again with the writing, I just saw the new one,
Mm-hmm.
Believer. I enjoyed it. People say that they were taking it cautiously, but there's stuff that happened in it that like I don't think so. They did this, and like they definitely didn't take that cautiously.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but when I went to go see that, I separated both movies because I'm not gonna compare the original to the I think it's like a direct sequel to the first one
Mm-hmm.
because there was two other ones that came after, and they weren't that good.
Okay.
Um, I saw it maybe once, and I was like, nah, it's not as good as the original. And then, of course, you have your people like saying that it sucks and like the original is better. If the original came out today, it would not do good because there's like lack of like action in it, and like people like I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I think Marvel kind of ruined um, movies because like everyone expects big things in movies nowadays, and like
Sure.
end game level movies.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I'm someone who don't want horror movies to be Oscar worthy because I know that um, to be Oscar worthy, they would have to cut out so much stuff to fit their um, um, the platform for the Oscars where um, they just lose like creativity in the
Yeah,
movies.
I'm sure it's a weird balance because, like, well, I don't know anything about the Oscars, so I'm not going to even try and pretend. But, like, I feel like someone or some types, Jesus, what am I trying to say? Some movies have come close, at least in terms of, like, people talking about them. Like, I feel like, what's his name? Jordan Peele? Like, his
Oh
stuff.
yeah,
Like, I don't know if that was ever
those are good.
Oscar nominated, but like that was definitely people were talking about it. So I think it just depends. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Like sometimes you would feel like if we're going to hit that mark, maybe we got to contain this a little bit more and adjust what we could have
Yeah,
done. So that's fair.
and there is a award show for horror movies.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think it's called the Chainsaw Awards. It's
Okay.
by like Fangoria,
Hmm.
and then like I haven't looked at that in a while. So I used to get the magazines like a long time ago, where my dad would get them for me,
Um,
and then
excuse me.
yeah, I think I sold them actually.
Mm.
But like people always just want that. Uh, like I like another thing I like about horror movies is I don't like big actors in them either.
Okay.
Like unknown. Like when I went to go see the new Exorcist, the only guy I actually kind of knew was the dad, and he was on Hamilton.
Mm-hmm.
He played Aaron Burr.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't know anyone else except for the original mom for the first one, and then yeah.
Okay.
So like I like having people I don't know because it feels more grounded to
Sure.
me.
That's fair.
Or like if you have like a big actor in there, like Chris Evans, it just feels weird.
Sure. Maybe help
He was
suspend
good
the
in
disbelief.
Yeah, he was good in Snowpiercer though. That's
Mm.
I'd recommend that one.
Yeah, I've heard good things. So, out of like the ones with good narrative, good story, do you have any favorites that have a good through line or a really compelling story?
Uh, I don't know. That's really hard to say.
Sure.
Uh, I mean, the Babadook, that was really good. Well written. And
Mm-hmm.
then Hereditary.
Yeah, I've heard really good
That's
things about Hereditary.
yeah. I I held off because from watching it because I thought I knew how it ended,
mm.
and I finally broke down and I watched it, and it ended really differently
Oh, that's
than
good.
I expected. So yeah, it was a good surprise.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, that's a really weird movie. It
Sure.
has a kid from the Naked Brothers band in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think the drummer,
Okay.
the younger brother.
Yeah, yeah. Wow,
Um,
that's a callback.
yeah, he's in the new Jumanji movies too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm trying to think. Let me see. Sixth Sense is really good.
Mm-hmm.
This M Night Shyamalan.
Mm-hmm.
So you know there's a twist.
Sure.
Let's see. It's not a movie, but The Haunting of Hill House. That's
Oh,
really good.
okay.
It's on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
I tried watching the second season. It's like it takes place differently or a
Okay.
uh different storyline, but I couldn't get into it.
Gotcha. Yeah, I remember that one being huge. I know Halloween Horror Nights down in Universal, they had houses of that.
Hmm.
All right. Nice. So when you're watching them, what's your preferred way to watch them? Are you more theater goer for horror movies, or do you like watching them at home more?
If it's a movie that I've been waiting for like since its announcement,
Uh huh.
I'll be there like day one or day two.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but there was like one time I'm gonna go see. It's called The Black Phone,
Oh
and I
yeah,
got with like
the
one of my friends.
Blumhouse,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It
Mm-hmm.
has Ethan Hawke in it.
Yeah.
He was good. I really liked him in there. He's a big actor, so
Mm-hmm.
kind of contradict myself.
Yeah.
Um, but like the someone was Lindsay,
mm-hmm.
and like I think she wanted to go see it too. So we went there. We went to it's like a small theater near me,
Mm-hmm.
and they put us in a small theater, and there was two group of girls.
uh-huh.
One, they brought their kid,
Oh.
like a 3-year-old,
Okay.
and then the girls behind us, they were like saying some racist ass shit,
Oh, lovely. Okay.
and they every time they got up, they would hit our seat,
Mm.
and we probably made it like 30 minutes into the movie, and I'm like, let's just go.
Mm-hmm.
And then like it finally came out on I think Peacock.
Mm-hmm.
So like I told her, I'm like, yo, let's just like watch this when it comes out, and then
Mm-hmm.
we did, and like it was actually like really good.
Mm.
But like I can't do with people talking in
Sure.
theaters.
Yeah.
That's why I go like after work sometime when
Mm-hmm.
like people are still working or some shit.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, like I still have to see Saw X that's been out for like a few weeks now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there's other ones that went straight to streaming, and I just been putting them off because I have other movies to watch.
Sure.
Like I have like my own little Halloween movie list
Mm-hmm.
that I watch a day, and like this today was like my Friday 13th movies.
Mm.
Yesterday I forgot what I watched yesterday. Oh, it's called Bad Candy, and
Okay.
it's like one of those anthology film,
Uh-huh.
and it had Corey Taylor from Slipknot in it. He was
Oh,
like
really?
the
Okay.
radio, yeah, he was like a radio personality, and
Huh.
he was telling these stories. Um, yeah, it was good. It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't like great, but I put it on my list every year,
Mm-hmm.
and like I had the same list, and like it's like growing every year
Mm-hmm.
for Halloween. And I think I started September 1st,
Oh, dang.
and
Okay.
it's going up to like October 31st, and then I'm on to like non-horror or non-Halloween
Uh-huh.
movies.
Gotcha. Dang, it's quite the list.
Yeah, there's like several a day. Like one time I watched the entire Scream uh franchise, which is like 6 movies,
Mm-hmm.
and it took me like 9 hours, maybe 12 hours because
Sure.
I took time between some,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, the last one took place on Halloween, so it was pretty cool.
Nice.
And then I I heard rumors that the new one I think it's next year, it's coming out, maybe the year after. Though it's like a Christmas movie, so
Oh.
even though I don't really celebrate it, I do enjoy my occasional like Christmas horror movies, and
Uh-huh.
there's quite a few. And there's one coming out with Justin Long,
Mm-hmm.
and it's called "It's a Wonderful Life,"
Okay.
like the "It's a Wonderful Life." Same premise, but like he's a killer, and like the girl like who wishes she was never born, was never there to stop him.
Okay.
So that's the whole entire story.
Huh.
I do enjoy my um holiday horror movies.
Sure. So you kind of allude to it. What are some of your go-tos that you watch often?
So Scream,
Mm-hmm.
I watch the entire all the Scream movies maybe twice or 3 times a year.
Okay.
Um, Especially like if one's coming out, then like I'll just rewatch it that week.
Sure.
Um, Blair Witch Project,
Mm-hmm.
found footage. I That's like one of my favorite genres.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Thir- 13 Ghosts that has uh Shaggy in it,
Okay.
and then Monk, he's in there too.
Ah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Uh, I don't know his name.
Sure.
Blair. I said Blair Witch. Halloween, of course. The Exorcist. Let me see. The Crow. Um, that's like a gothic horror,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like I don't know if you ever heard of it.
Yeah.
Um, the Bruce Lee's son, like he died on set.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then I think they're making I don't know if it's like a remake or a reboot. I don't know the difference.
Sure.
Um, I forgot who's playing him though. I think it's Bill Skarsgård.
Oh, okay.
Which I'm totally for.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course there's the people online who are like, you can't touch the original, and like just giving their 2 cents, which I understand,
Mm-hmm.
but like the movie hasn't come out yet, and like you don't have to like go see it.
Sure.
It won't ruin the original.
Right. Yeah, it's just its
I
own
just
thing.
um I'm trying to look at my VHS tapes. Signs, The Frighteners. It's not horror, but Hocus Pocus. I'll watch.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then like every year, around the same time, I'll watch Texas Chainsaw.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Let me get my notes. It, like the original It.
Sure.
I do like the new one, but like there's so much CGI in there that it
Oh, okay.
just uh there's this thing with like new horror movies that like they just overdo it with CGI,
Gotcha. So
like
you
the
want more of
big
the
budget.
practical. Okay.
Yeah. Uh, there's one that's like escaping me.
Sure. There's a lot.
Yeah, and I watch like again I watch them like every day,
Mm-hmm.
like maybe I'll watch maybe like 2 or 3 a day,
Mm.
if lucky. Um, I know I'm missing one of them. Oh, Hellraiser.
Mm.
That's one of my favorite ones.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a top favorite, like number one, or what you would think you would put up there for yourself?
Definitely Scream,
Okay.
because like, that's what like really got me into it.
Sure.
And it's so meta. Um, that like it's like kind of like self-aware,
Okay.
and just like the whole entire like uh costume or whatever of Ghostface
Sure.
is like
Very
really
iconic.
cool. I'm like, yeah. And like I had my mom make me a robe uh that I wanted to like get a mannequin for
Hmm.
my apartment so I can display it.
Mm-hmm. That'd be cool.
Oh, also Army of Darkness.
Okay.
That's a very good one with Bruce Campbell.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's like in the same universe. Like it's like I think the third one of the Evil Dead.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Then Elvira.
Okay.
Yeah, I know there's more. There's too many.
Sure. Yeah. No worries. So you kind of been peppering them throughout. What would you recommend for any horror fan? Maybe they just haven't like. What would be your go-tos if you had to pick three for people to check out?
For like newbies or
Um, no. Let's go with like I really enjoy horror movies, and this is a passion of mine. What are three that I not need to have seen? That sounds like really elitist, but which ones would you just like? What would be your ones the three that you would ask about? Like, have you seen X, Y, and Z?
mm, definitely the original Exorcist. That's
Mm-hmm.
like definitely a staple point in the horror
Okay.
world. Just how like I'm pretty sure our parents went to go see that, and like I know my dad was scared. Um, it was just so weird at the time, and like
Right.
the stuff she was saying in there was like not like it's so we're so used to it now that like our parents weren't back
Sure.
in like whenever it was made 70s. Um, Another one is again the Blair Witch Project because
Mm.
like that's like when you think of like found footage films, like that's like the first one you think of.
Mm.
And then I don't know if you want to be like uh The Strangers, it's fairly good.
Mm.
If you want to like watch one Home Alone,
Mm.
uh, that's a good one to watch.
Mm.
Um, let me see.
Papa Griffin chat is shouting out The Omen. Says The Omen is awesome.
Oh yes, I remember when I was scared back in like '06
Mm-hmm.
because they were like, "Oh, the world's gonna end on 666," and then like I remember, yeah, like I remember my dad and I were in the theater for The Last Stand, the
Mm-hmm.
X-Men movie,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and they had like I think the remake of the Omen, or I forgot what movie it was, but like I don't know, that scared me.
Mm.
But the Omen is like, really good too.
Mm.
I think they made a few sequels.
Hmm. Has there been any that's been so like scary to you that it's stuck with you for a few days, like made you worried or like nervous or anything like that?
Um, Stigmata.
Okay.
It's a religious movie where this girl is going through what Jesus did, and like she's on the train, and like all of a sudden she has like whips on her back and like or like the whip scars or
Yeah.
whatever. And I was like, I was watching that when I was young. Uh, um, it'd be like body horror, The Fly.
Okay.
That has what the fuck? What is his name? Oh, some Jurassic Park.
um.
He has his own show on Disney Plus.
Oh. He was in.
Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. 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 Papa Griff
Yeah,
had it too. Thank you.
Alien. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Again, The Thing.
Yeah.
Was body horror.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, John Carpenter is really good.
Mm-hmm.
He made some really good horror movies. Halloween. They Live. I think he made The Fog. I don't quote me on that.
Mm-hmm.
There is if someone has Shudder, they have a 15-hour long 80s horror movie documentary,
Okay.
which they split in like 3 parts. So it's like 5 hours, 5 hours, 5 hours, or like 4.5 hours.
Hmm.
And it's just like all these like absurd and like horror movies you've probably never heard of. Um, and again, Corey Teller's in there because
Mm-hmm.
he's like big into horror.
Yeah, I can imagine.
This whole band, like that's what also got me into like metal, like hard metal
Sure.
or like new metal.
Uh,
Just like seeing that on Steven's wall, the poster has got me
uh,
really into that.
yep. Uh, Papa Griffin chat asks if you've ever seen The Birds or the OG Blob.
I think no, I don't have the birds on VHS. I saw it and I was gonna buy it, but I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I have not.
Hmm.
Um, I do want to see it though. I probably had to look it up. What's this on?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, what we're streaming at. But that movie was like freaking people out back then too.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Blob, no.
Mm.
Um, I seen a movie like kind of like it. It's called The Stuff. Kind of like it's like really weird. Um, People are eating this stuff and like it's kind of like fluff.
Okay.
And this is like taking them over. Um, Let me see. This stuff. Yeah, it was like 1985.
Hmm.
Let me see. Yeah, again, like no one in here I recognize. Or maybe one of them. But yeah, it's like one of those movies that like this is like really like not iconic, but like really well known,
Sure.
like from the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And like some of like the visuals were so weird in it. And then I don't know if you know, but like what's his name, Rowdy Piper.
Yeah.
He was in They Live,
Oh, okay.
which is like an alien movie, and like
Oh, is that where the bubblegum line comes from?
yeah.
Ah, okay.
And then that's where the entire like Obey clothing line came from too.
Oh. Oh, neat.
Yeah. And then if you ever went onto GTA 5
Mm-hmm.
when they had their Halloween the alien
Yeah.
mask, that's what they look like.
Oh, okay. Neat. So, if someone was trying to get into horror, what would be 3 recommendations for them? Where should they start?
Let me see. Probably watch the original Goosebumps,
Okay.
and then I would say it depends really.
Sure.
Like what they like and like because everything's like subjective.
That is true. Yep.
Uh, like I can recommend movies that people may not like.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then like other people might like it,
Right.
but uh, like this, I get into fights online about stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
and like it's subjective, and like you can't um force it on anyone.
Sure.
Like people say, "Oh, that's not scary," and like to other people, like, "Yeah, it is scary."
Right.
Like someone, I forgot what Instagram profile posted like the top 10 scariest or top 5 scariest movies,
Mm.
and they're all movies that like to me aren't scary,
Sure.
but like I like everyone's has different fears,
Mm-hmm.
and I said something like political in there, and this guy attacked me like a few weeks later.
Oh
I was
boy.
like, bro, yeah, I think I got him mad,
Right. A little bit.
and I actually forgot about that post until he commented.
All right. Then
So let
last
me
question
check.
for you. Are there any that you've been meaning to watch or any upcoming releases that you're really looking forward to?
Yeah. So again, with the ones that were streaming,
Mm-hmm.
there's one called Pet Cemetery Bloodlines. It's a prequel to Pet Cemetery. I think it's the original Pet Cemetery.
Okay.
But, I haven't watched that in a while. There's a scene in there or a character in there that always like gives me goosebumps.
Mm.
And like her name is Zelda actually. So every time I think of Zelda, I think of either her or uh, like Link and Zelda.
Sure.
One called Totally Killer. Uh, I haven't watched a trailer for this, but like I heard that she goes back in time and like to the 80s,
Oh.
and she got to stop a killer. I have no idea. Um, Five Nights at Freddy's. I
Yeah.
don't play the game,
Mm-hmm.
but that looks pretty cool.
I'm kind of looking forward to that too. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's one of my recommendations for you.
Okay.
And there is one if you have Hulu. It's called Willy's Wonderland.
Okay.
It has Nick Cage in it.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Like he doesn't talk at all, and like it's just basically the same premise as Five Nights,
Okay.
um, Saw X, Terrifier 3,
Mm-hmm.
Scream 7. But there's nothing like they don't have any trailers for those yet.
Sure.
Terrifier 3 and Scream 7. And then there's one called Thanksgiving
Okay.
that comes out in a few weeks actually. I think that is based on a fake horror movie in a horror movie. There was like a trailer for it,
Mm-hmm.
and then like they took that idea and made it into a movie.
Oh, neat.
And then that one Christmas movie
Mm-hmm.
with Justin Long,
Mm-hmm.
and I hope those are good. Um, again with like the big name actors in there.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that I enjoy them. Like I'll enjoy them, but like I just like it when they have lower name actors
Sure.
or like C list. I don't know.
Yeah. I get you. Very cool. Well,
Yeah.
nice. Well, that'll wrap up topic one. Brendan, what's your topic today for topic two?
Uh, like favorite Halloween memories.
Okay.
I'll let you go first.
All right. See, it's weird because they all blend in. Like, I remember a wide variety of costumes and stuff like that. Like, there were Star Wars costumes and Harry Potter costumes. I think the biggest, or at least the best memory I have from Halloween was just, I mean, it's basic, but it's just trick or treating in the neighborhood. So
Mm.
just getting or having that freedom rather and that trust from my parents of just going out and like hanging out with friends that night. Like, I don't know if it was just we're kids or it's the illusion of nighttime or whatever, but like going through the development, like it just seemed a lot bigger than it actually was, and seeing all the different houses and stuff, and like there were certain ones that like were the spot where either they were handing out like the giant candy bars, or like they decorated their garage so it was like a mini haunted house in there, or it would have a scary effect with the smoke effects, or a guy in there or whatever. Like it just made the whole night um, a lot of fun and interesting, and like having my group of friends going from house to house throughout the neighborhood. And then you get like the crossing of the path, like the guard or the paths, like even in like a school setting, like, oh hey, it's you guys, whatever. Like you just pass people that you weren't hanging out with and seeing what they're dressed as, and sharing
Mhm.
some laughs about that and some smiles. So yeah, we would go around, do the loop, and then eventually we would go back to my buddy's John's house. And it was the typical thing you see in the shows of just everybody dumping out their bags, trading stuff that they didn't want, and just having a blast there, sharing candy and stuff like that. So yeah, that's probably the standout memory there. I was never one for going to the haunted houses and stuff like that. I remember once or twice, like us, the cousins, we went to like the corn maze. I remember that being a lot of fun. I don't know if we went during Halloween. Maybe it was just like, or we went around that time. I don't think it was a haunted corn maze or anything like that, but at least just the fall weather and hanging out with doing that was fun.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, I don't really chase down the scary experiences, which once again I really appreciate all the work that goes into it. Like I alluded to it last topic, but like the Universal Halloween Horror Nights, like I'm always intrigued to watch those houses through like content creators online, but I don't know if I could ever walk through those and be like, I'm okay, this is fine. Um, but yeah, just it's crazy to see all the love for the season and like how people go nuts for it with either making the houses or making their costumes and stuff like that. It's just it's crazy, but yeah, I'm very basic, but yeah, the Halloween or the trick or treating stuff I think stands out to me the most for favorite.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, and the same thing like with the haunted houses. Like there are haunted houses where you gotta like sign a waiver
Mm,
because like they'll put your hands on you
sure.
and like they can like do anything to
Mm,
you. Like I'm pretty sure they can't like assault you or
sure.
sexually
Yeah.
assault you, or there'll be like a lawsuit. But like
Yeah, people
there
get
are
nuts.
movies like that.
Mm,
Um, I watch them. I again like these are like some of the lists I watch
mm-hmm.
every year. It's called The Houses October Built,
Okay.
where these people will go around and trying to find like the best haunted attractions and then they're trying to find this one certain place and then it just like takes a turn from that and it's like found footage.
Mm,
I shouldn't say found footage because they didn't really die,
mm-hmm.
so it's just like whatever you want to call it, like they shot them themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And then there are other ones like haunted attractions called Haunt.
Mm.
That's a good one. um if you like um it's not the best, but if you like good kills and like this weird fucking people, or I'm sorry, um like they like their appearances matches their their costumes,
Okay.
and like you don't know that until like the end. Um and there's Hell House LLC, which is like another found footage.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I like. I'm probably thinking that like found footage is like maybe in my top three because how it's shot
Mm-hmm.
and it's like not like it's like so unsteady and like grainy
Sure.
that I just love it.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Paranormal Activity movies up to like maybe four.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, like that's one horror movie expert like topic I like. It's like people going to like a haunted house and like there's like actual killers in there or something.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds fun.
Mm-hmm.
Going around the neighborhood
Mm-hmm.
like that. Like I did, I did that over Mechanicville,
Yep.
and I think my dad would drive me.
Mm. Yeah. Did you guys
Yeah,
have like a spot that you would go to every year, or did you kind of bounce around? Is that
things like bounce around. Uh, Wherever I was living, I would just go there.
sure?
So, and I would always hit like grandma and grandpa's
Right. Yeah. The typical
because
family visit. Like, hello.
yeah, they probably don't get a lot of people because of the house they lived at
Yeah. The
or the road
location.
they lived on.
Yeah.
Maybe like the neighbors, but that's it.
Sure.
And then my grandma would, she loved Halloween,
Mm.
and like she made me a Darth Maul uh pumpkin.
Mm. Cool.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite memories.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
And then I remember one year I dressed as uh it's kind of like a religious superhero. His name is Bible Man. Um, yeah, it's kind of like Batman, but like super religious. And he has like a lightsaber,
Mm-hmm.
and then he has like sidekicks. And I was obsessed with him when I was younger because like how cool he was. And then like I just grew out of it when I
Mm-hmm.
grew um out of the religion
Sure.
because my mom raised me as Christian and my dad raised me as Catholic.
Mm-hmm.
And then like now I'm just nothing.
Sure.
Um, which I'm much happier to be.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but like another one, let me see. Oh, I was like a werewolf.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and I would stand on the porch and I would scare people.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I lived at Dolly's house.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I was Spider-Man one year, and then I don't want to wear my mask anymore. So I just put like vampire fangs in,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like a vampire Spider-Man. And let's see. One year I just went around on my bike wearing an ICP ski mask. Um, yeah, I know. I think I'm over to Uncle Land's to
Mm-hmm.
go see his display.
Oh yeah, they always went crazy with their
Yeah,
stuff.
let me see. I just feel like Halloween was better when we were kids.
Oh, for
Like
sure.
the feeling of it,
Yeah.
like going out and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Yeah, like one year I was Darth Maul, and then like the kids that my dad was like
Mm.
was dating,
Sure.
like they were like creating Amadella or
Oh,
whatever
you
her
guys
name is.
all went coordinated. Nice.
Yeah, and like the two boys were Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan,
Mm-hmm.
and I was Darth Maul, of course. And like I think, yeah, I like Darth Maul has been like a staple in my life
mm-hmm.
ever since the episode one.
Sure.
And like I remember having a book bag of him, and my mom would not let me bring it into the house
Oh
because
boy.
she's like, "It's the devil."
Sure.
And I was like, Mom, it's not. And I was like maybe like in first grade
Mm-hmm.
having that book bag. And then like my dad bought me a lot of uh episode one merch.
Mm-hmm.
Like you saw them.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. I got one year I dressed as something, I forgot. But I went to a party with my mom.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then like that one year I was a clown. When we went to Comic Con.
Oh yep.
That was around Halloween time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, everything is escaping me.
Yeah. Right. Well, as you were talking, I remembered a few more. I remember Aunt Cindy like hosting a get together at their place, and like she goes hard with the Halloween stuff too. I don't remember
Oh yeah.
specifically what year it was, but I remember going with a friend, and like she had different games set up in the house, and like obviously the food was all themed and whatnot. I remember that was fun. I remember being a little butt and being like, I'm picky. Food. I need chicken
I
nuggets
feel
from
like I remember
McDonald's.
that. It
Um,
sounds familiar.
yeah, so there was that. I remember going to my old development. We had some friends, family friends in there, and they did a haunted house with their neighbors. I remember helping out with that. That was kind of fun. Like you mentioned, scaring some people, like doing that, or just once again seeing the whole setup and how it worked and what they planned on doing. That was cool. Um, I don't think I did any like group costumes that I can think of. So I think that's just something I missed out on. I remember going to Taekwondo parties for it too a few times. Those were okay. It was your typical, you know, party there. Nothing too special. Like they had the costume contest. That was probably the only big standout difference from their typical parties. Um, but as I grew older and then started working there, I think that was a lot of fun. Just seeing like what the kids were dressed up as, and seeing if I even knew what the hell they were,
Hmm.
and guessing that. Um, and yeah, just seeing their creativity come out with the costumes, and obviously the parents' hard work with those guys. But that was fun. Um, well, I guess those were kind of group costumes with being demo team and stuff. Like, oh, we're all going to be cowboys, or we're all going to be zombies, or blah, whatever. It was always basic, but
Hmm.
we would do the same type of get up. Um, hmm.
Oh, if people like found footage films,
Mm-hmm.
I highly recommend the VHS series. They just came out with a new one called VHS 85,
Okay.
and I watched it the other day and it was like really good. They came out with one, I think 94
Okay.
and then like 99. There has to be like maybe six of them.
Damn.
Let me see. I think the opening of the first one is kind of iffy
Mm-hmm.
because uh, it's something I don't like
Sure.
in horror movies or in real life is like the R word.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, let me see. Let me see how many they have. Okay, there's VHS, VHS 2, VHS Viral, VHS 94, 99, and 85.
Mm.
And then Quarantine, I believe it's called.
Okay.
They're stuck in like a apartment building,
Mm.
and like there's like a virus going on, and like um, let's see. Hmm. The Taking of Deborah Logan was really good. I would not recommend that to you.
Okay.
Um, let's see. Oh, they came out with a new Blair Witch. It was okay.
Okay.
Wasn't Again, it wasn't better than the original. Um, Grave Encounters. They go to this like a abandoned asylum. Um, it's kind of like Ghost Hunters,
Hmm.
and like it's kind of like that place that's in Galway that's like supposedly haunted that
Okay.
I went into.
Hmm.
Um, let's see. Creep is really weird.
It fits the name.
Is this guy just interviewing this other guy, and he just like does some weird stuff.
Hmm.
Let me see. Oh, I think it's Quarantine and then Wreck, like Record.
Okay.
Those are the two movies I'm thinking of.
Gotcha.
And then I don't know if you ever watched Stranger Things, but that's
Oh
like
yeah.
kind of a good way to get into horror.
Yeah, I was a little
Um,
nervous diving into that, but I've absolutely loved it.
the guy who plays Steve is in a movie called Spree.
Okay.
And he's like a Uber driver, and he just like kills people.
Oh.
Um, Another like reality one it's called Searching. It has a guy from I think it's Harold from Harold and Kumar.
Yep.
And, like his daughter goes missing.
Oh yeah, I think I remember trailers for that one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Hmm.
And like again, it's actually scary because that stuff happens.
Right. Yeah, it's got that realism.
Let me see.
Hmm. Yeah, I
There's
can't.
one called the Den.
Okay.
That's pretty weird.
Hmm.
But I should make a list for you to watch.
Sure. Yeah, I'd be
That's
down.
not scary.
Sure. Appreciate that.
There's one, yeah, there's one that Adam Sandler did
Mm-hmm.
called Hubie Halloween,
Oh
and
yeah. Okay.
it's one of those Adam Sandler movies that's for Halloween.
Okay.
It's pretty, it's Adam Sandler
Sure.
humor. So I feel like I grew up with him, so like I like it.
Right. Yeah. Everybody's hit or miss.
Yeah, and it's Halloween, so like,
Sure.
and he gets chased around by kids with ghost face masks
Okay.
on, so that's pretty funny.
Hmm.
And then he references his other movies in there.
Oh really?
Yeah, like O'Doyle, um, like O'Doyle Rules
Mm-hmm.
or O'Doyle. Um, and then I don't know if you ever watched Happy Gilmore.
Yep.
Ben Stiller's character is in that.
Hmm. Okay.
The old person
Like the
worker.
caretaker. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he's in there.
Huh.
He was like at the very beginning. Like that took me off guard. I'm like, okay, that's gonna be this kind of movie.
Sure.
It's like a Adam Sandler like cinematic universe.
Oh God. The
And then
ACU.
he talks like, yeah, he talks like I think the Water Boy,
Okay.
Bobby Boucher.
Hmm. Hmm. Nice. So yeah. Yeah, Halloween's great. I mean, like I said, I'm glad everybody really gets into it. I'm curious, like you said, now obviously we're older, so I don't know if the appeal is there, but I'm curious how kids today are around this time of year because like doesn't seem, at least outside looking in, that kids are trick-or-treating as much. Like it seems like the number, at least in my parents' house, just lower and lower each year. Um,
Oh yeah, it's I believe, and other people believe it's the trunk or treat.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
So just like different format for it instead of going door to door, just kind of like gathering in a place.
yeah, and
Gotcha.
I think it's stupid,
Mm,
but if you have young kids and like babies,
sure.
then okay.
Mm-hmm.
But like kids want to be out and like on Halloween night.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little different. I don't know. Maybe it'll be one
Uh,
of those things where it kind of like circles back around. Who knows?
yeah. Oh, here's another movie.
Yep.
The Ring.
Surprised that one came out. Like, it's coming up
Yeah,
now. Yeah.
I'm so mad that I did not think of that earlier. Like
Sure.
you know the premise of it.
Yeah. 7 days VHS. Don't watch it.
Yeah, and like she just comes out of your TV.
Yeah, and then she grabs you and pulls you into a well, and then the second one, like she's in that area, the girl or something like that. I don't remember.
I had to rewatch them. I haven't watched it in a while.
Sure.
Um, but I just know they. I don't know. I always mix it up with The Grudge.
Oh, okay. Oh, well,
Um,
yeah, it's a very similar imagery.
and I think they both originated in Japan. Like
Oh,
foreign movies are. I feel like they're a lot more well developed,
sure.
and like sometimes uh Americans will remake some of them.
Yep.
Um, there was one I forgot. It has two kids and like a mom. Uh, I haven't seen the movie. I saw a TikTok about it.
Mm-hmm.
The Miss
Oh
is good.
God. Yeah, I remember trailers for that with like watching wrestling from week to week. That
Oh
coming
yeah,
on, I'm like, oh God. Like that was always the worst thing. Like my experience with horror movies and trailers, like watching wrestling Monday nights and it being later. Of course they're gonna show horror movie stuff. Like yeah, The Mist I remember was a big one, and then I think
the
it
Cane.
was no no Kane getting to me. Oh shit, what was it? It's similar to Paranormal Activity. Sinister was one, but that's not the one I'm thinking of. I don't think it is. I just remember in the trailer, like the guy's looking at something, and behind him there's this like red faced demon
Oh
that
yeah,
kind of.
that's Insidious.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, those three.
Yeah,
Those were the ones that I was like, God, no.
I was thinking more of like early to or not early, but like mid late 2000s,
Sure.
like when they had Dead Silence, another good one.
Hmm. Oh, there was a
Uh,
mirror one too that scared the shit out of me. I
oh
think it
yeah,
might
I
have
think
just
that's
been
called
called
Mirror.
Mirrors. Yeah.
Yeah, there was one scene where like the reflection was like ripping.
Backwards, her
Um,
jaw. Yeah.
yeah,
Yep. Yep. No, thank you.
I had that on Blu-ray.
Hmm. Papa Griff shouting out Candyman.
I had not seen the new
Hmm.
one yet.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that it was bad, but I'll decide that myself.
Sure.
But the original, I love. I think it was. I think it's the guy who is voicing Venom
Oh, okay. Yep, yep, yep.
in the game.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's him.
Next
Let
week.
me make sure.
Yay.
Oh, is that soon?
Yeah, next week for Spider-Man 2.
Oh yeah, it's his name is Tony Todd. He's a horror movie legend.
Okay.
He was in Final Destination.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. He's a tall guy too. He's 6'5".
Damn.
Yeah. Um, yeah. Final Destination. Let's see. Hatchet 2. He was in Transformers. Um, Victor Crawley. Night of the Living Dead. Oh, The Crow.
Yep.
Hellfest. Let me see. Yeah, he's in a fantastic, like his voice is really like um what do you want to call that? Like you can tell it's him.
Sure.
Uh, like he was in a movie called Hellfest,
Okay.
and all you like you don't see him, but you hear his voice,
Hmm.
and then until like later on, then you see him, but like you can tell it's him because like he has like a really unique voice, and like of course, um, you'll get him for Venom,
Hmm.
which I haven't seen anything new from that yet.
Mm.
Let me see. Oh, and there's like movies called like I don't know. Let me look up this. It's called Evil Bong.
Okay.
It's by a. Let's see. Let me see this. The It's a really weird um, production company, I think, or whatever you want to call them.
Hmm.
It's a, and like there's like clown ones. It's called. There we go. Full Moon Features.
Okay.
They have. I think Puppet Master.
Okay.
There's a bunch of puppets. Oh, let me see.
How do you
Yeah,
feel
Puppet
about Chucky?
Master. Oh, I used to be scared of him. I used to not like dolls
Hmm.
until like maybe in my teens, and then
Sure.
like I started watching all like the Chuckies and like Child's Play, and then
Hmm.
like even a new series I've been watching.
Nice.
It's actually like really good.
Hmm. Okay.
Let me see. Oh, there's one called like Doll Man versus Demonic Toys.
Okay.
Let me see. Yeah, these are all like low budget movies.
Sure.
Ginger Dead Man. Um, I don't know why the clown one I was talking about is called Killjoy,
Okay.
and like those movies got really crazy at the end.
Sure.
Like it started off as like a hood movie, if you want to call it that,
Sure.
and then it got like really weird.
Hmm.
Um, I think same thing with Leprechaun. That started off I think it started off as a hood movie, but I know that what's her face
Jennifer Aniston.
from yeah.
Yep.
I'll say Rachel from
Sure.
Friends.
Yeah, I remember
Oh, did
watching
you look it up?
parts of the one of the Leprechauns. I don't remember which one. I think it was on like Sci-Fi or somewhere on cable. And I was like, yeah, I don't know why I'm watching this, but okay.
There was one that came out maybe 10 years ago.
Hmm.
Let me see. Leprechaun Origins. Yeah, Hornswoggle
Hornswoggle. Yep.
played
Was yep.
played him. And that movie was so I did not like that movie
No.
because they got rid of like the iconic look for him and like
Sure.
made him more like goblin looking,
Oh, okay.
and they got rid of his little outfit.
Sure.
And then the guy who played the original Leprechaun is Warwick Davis.
Hmm. He's
You know him, yeah.
yeah, he's
Willow,
thank you. Yeah, that was what I was going for. Yeah.
Star Wars.
Yep.
I think Harry Potter.
Probably somewhere. Papa Griffin chat asks, choose one: Freddy, Jason, or Mike Myers. Who is the best character? Which was the best franchise?
This franchise, I would say Halloween because I like more of those movies.
Okay.
Um, I think the one with most personality, of course, is Freddy because he's the only one out of the three that talks.
Okay.
Um, and again, I don't think that anyone can match him like nowadays because like they try to do the reboot and that didn't do good.
Sure.
Um, and then I like Jason because like his hockey mask and like, but like there's a few of them I just don't like, and it's like repetitive.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like I'll even say that I like the I think 2009 version remake or reboot.
Mm-hmm.
Um, with Jared Padalecki from Supernatural.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think my one of my favorites album, besides the one that I mentioned tonight, was Part Seven,
Mm-hmm.
uh, A New Blood. Um, but his look changed like in every movie, and like I just did not like it.
Gotcha.
But I also watched them, and I heard that they're doing a TV series
Oh.
for uh Friday the 13th. I think it's called Camp Crystal Lake
Oh. Okay.
or some shit like that. But I don't know if the director was kidding or not, but he said if he run 10 seasons, that they'll definitely go into space
Oh boy. Okay.
to follow like each movie.
Sure.
But he also said that like each movie will or each season will be a movie, well based off the movie. Like so, the
Sure.
first one will be just a longer version of the first one,
Yeah.
and then there's like that could be totally false.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just heard that I think Miramax bought the rights for Halloween, and
Okay.
they want to do their own uh, cinematic universe and like with TV shows and like
Oh.
movies, which I'm excited for because I want like a movie of him when he was younger, when he was in the hospital, like after killing his sister.
Mm.
Because I think there's a comic book where he was in there and he like actually killed kids in there too.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, it kind of is like it was a comic book, so I
Sure.
think you can get away with that. But
Yeah.
there are movies where they do kill kids,
Mm-hmm.
and there was one that yeah I'll never watch that again because he like they just straight up showed it like he put a kid in the oven.
Okay.
It was weird. It was like a birthday party too. It
Of
was a
course.
clown.
Of course.
But I think the coolest looking one, probably Michael Myers.
Hmm.
Is like his mask is like I don't know. If I saw that in dark,
Right.
I know I would be like kind of hesitant.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like a big guy, and like um in the newer ones, he really like effed this one kid up. Um, which I'll be watching those movies soon, like maybe this weekend or next weekend.
Nice.
Yeah. And then I met the guy who played Michael Myers in the Rob Zombie movies.
Oh.
He's a big guy.
Yeah, that
I think he
was
actually,
Comic Con, right?
yeah.
Hmm.
He was in the movie with John Cena,
Oh.
the uh, the fireman one.
Oh. Yeah. I don't know, but okay.
Playing with fire, I think it's called.
Simple.
Yeah, it was a kid movie.
Hmm.
His name is what's that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Tyler Mane.
Oh, he played Sabretooth too, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, the original.
And
Cool.
he's really cool. He's a big dude.
Yeah.
I think he's 6'7".
Damn.
Let me see. I met him when I broke my hand.
It's okay.
Uh, that's the picture of me and I just have a picture of him and me with my hand in the cast
Sure.
or whatever. Let me see. 6'9".
Hmm. Jeez.
Yeah. Cool dude.
Mm-hmm.
I think he almost became a wrestler too,
Huh.
which it would have been so cool. But
Right.
like he would have been like the Kane type of guy or
Mm-hmm.
Undertaker.
Sure. Well, very nice. Well, that's a whole lot of movies you've watched there, Brendon. Jesus.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you watched some without even realizing because if you want to consider Hellboy as horror,
Hmm.
definitely like a subgenre.
Sure, yeah.
Ghost Rider.
Yep.
Um, let me see. Like, the Crow is actually like a superhero too.
Mm-hmm.
It's a comic book, but um, what's that? Werewolf by Night.
I still have to watch that. I've heard good things.
I recommend watching it in black and white.
That was how it was originally produced, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Constantine. You ever watch that one?
No, is that Keanu?
Yeah,
Okay, no, I haven't seen that.
that's a good one. I think they're doing a sequel.
Hmm.
Spawn.
Mm-hmm.
They have Morbius here.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a horror movie for how fucking atrocious that was.
They even have Venom as one.
Whew.
Oh, and then Blade, because the
Yep.
vampires.
Doom, 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 doom.
Let's see, Split.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, that one was tense.
Yeah, the Toxic Avenger is like a cult classic,
Okay.
and that's getting remade with what's that the guy from Elf. He
Uh,
gets mad
Peter
when both of them
Dinklage.
call him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is weird because like I don't know. I saw the first picture of it and
Sure.
had like supernatural elements to it.
Mm.
I'll give it a shot,
Yeah.
but
All right. Final question of the night from Papa Griff. Is Gremlins a horror movie?
it's a horror Christmas movie.
There you
The first
go.
one.
I would
That's
definitely
on my
say.
list for my Xmas or the Christmas movies.
Nice.
I have a whole list of that, and it's like actually one of my favorite Christmas movies.
Nice.
Yeah, I had a Gizmo shirt
Mm-hmm.
years ago.
Nice. Well, everybody, this has been another episode of the Wait, What Are We Talking About podcast. Thanks for hopping in. Thanks for joining all the fun, spooky talk of movies and Halloween and all that fun stuff. Appreciate you guys hanging out. If you guys want to catch this podcast live, you can go over to twitch.tv/Enigma9011. You drop a follow over there, you'll get notified when we go live. Join the fun, join the conversation. We'd love to have you in on all the fun. But if you can't catch it live, that's A-OK. Go over to YouTube and podcast services the very next week where it's broken out topic by topic and put as one big video, an MP3 for amusement on the following Friday. Last but not least, any way you can support the show, like, shares, subscriptions, reviews, shares, whatever it is. It may seem small, but it does help the channel grow. So if you do that, we would love and appreciate you for it. Brendon, thanks for hopping on again, man. It was a good
Thank you for
chat.
having me.
Of course. Chat, viewers, listeners, all of you guys, appreciate you guys hanging out with us today. Thanks for giving this a watch, giving it a listen, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.